Just 2 weeks ago, President Biden met with Chinese President Xi on the sidelines of the Asia-Pacific Economic Summit. Among the topics the two leaders talked about was the fate of 3 Americans held prisoner in China. Today, the White House says Mark Swedan, Kai Li, and John Leung are now free men thanks to a prisoner swap. The 3 Americans released in exchange for unidentified Chinese nationals in U.S. custody. Mark Swedan from Houston, Texas, in a Chinese prison for more than a decade and facing execution. Arrested and sentenced to death in 2012 on drug charges. The U.S. considered him wrongfully detained.
The world can see that the Chinese Communist Party is trying to use hostages and hostage-taking as a tool of statecraft. This ordeal has got to end. It has to end for Mark. It has to end for his mother. It has to end for his family.
Kai Li, a Chinese immigrant from New York, detained in Shanghai in 2016, accused of spying. John Leung, also convicted on espionage charges and sentenced to life in prison.
The Biden administration is now touting that they have helped bring more than 70 Americans back home who have been classified as wrongfully detained from countries like Russia, Afghanistan, and now, of course, China.
And some believe Beijing may be hoping that releasing the prisoners will pave the way for the State Department to relax its current travel warning for Americans headed to China. For President Biden, a chance to point to a rare diplomatic agreement with China as part of his legacy. Christiane Cordero, ABC News, with the president in Nantucket, Massachusetts.